Well, good morning, everybody. This is DearMamaSal's, and it's a very Halloween-looking Monday. And I say Halloween-looking because the trees are really dumping their leaves now. It's a beautiful day, so you guys are going to be able to see lots, especially as I turn this corner. The avenue is absolutely solid in leaves. It's beautiful. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. It's 7 degrees Canadian, 46 American, and it is cool. It feels cooler than that, quite honestly. I'm wearing a coat. Right, you can see that, huh? Yeah, okay, fine. Yep. How stupid can I be at this time in the morning? Alright, so it was a good weekend. Busy, but good. We did lots of broadcasting, as some of you know, and that was fun. But the good news was that we had so much positive response to the doofus reports that it prompted me to go ahead and actually create a doofus report channel. And so here's what I'm hoping. Even if you don't want to videotape your doofus things, if ever you want to write and let me know that, I had a great one this weekend. Somebody wrote and told me, I think it was this weekend. I don't think I told you guys about it, but if I did, forgive me. It was just so good. Somebody was going to a dance recital, and for some reason they didn't put their tutu on quite well enough. And right in the middle of some sort of, major pirouette or goodness knows what else, the tutu just dropped to her feet. Now, I don't know about you, that's somebody with a great sense of humor that can tell that story. And why would we not want to tell more stories like that? Because really, this is the sort of stuff that happens to us, and really, it can you still see that picture? I can. I'm not going to be able to concentrate very well thinking about that picture. I can just sort of hear the Sugar Plum Fairy music going off. So anyway, I thought it'd be a great idea to have a channel where we could just put those sort of things. So I started the Doofus channel. I would like you can send the stuff to me either at DearMamaSal's@gmail.com or Doofus Report, DUFUS Report @gmail.com. And just, if you've got a video of yourself doing something really stupid, feel free to give me the link, and I'll put it in there. I'm going to obviously vet them first, because I don't want stupid, not stupid, you know what I mean, nasty ones in there. But if you send me the link, I'll have a look at it, and if I agree that it's well worth a mention, then I will go ahead and do that. Well, of course, for those of you who have not watched the one Doofus report that I put up at the weekend, I think this was a classic, where I baked this incredible loaf of bread, and it stuck to the bread pan. I couldn't get it off there, and in fact, bless her heart, Yvonne worked at it for a long time, like 15 minutes or something, and very quietly pried it off. It was so cute. Never mind. These things happen. So, other than that, it was a pretty weekend, wasn't it? I got out there and did some cleaning up on my back deck. That was well overdue. I just didn't use my deck much this summer. I think I was too busy talking to you guys. I'm going to have to change that system next year. Because I love my deck. So I'm going to hope that everything survives the winter. I was telling people that it's touch and go whether my geraniums ever make it through the winter, but some do, and if they do, they come back so strongly, so big. It's wonderful. Love it. But they don't all do it, so I'm very grateful for the ones that do. I've got one that's come back 3 years in a row, and it's it looks like some sort of horror movie. It's so big. Because they're meant to die, So it's great fun when they don't. And we're getting ever closer. Big news was, of course, that one of our viewers, Charlotte, went in for a 5K run, her first 5K run, and completed it. She finished on the first one. That's pretty impressive stuff, if you ask me. The idea of a 5K run is enough to actually put me into cardiac arrest, but never mind. I don't think I make 200 yards. But I really am most impressed by anybody who can do it. And I know that Jamie is going to be doing hers at the beginning of November. So we got a couple of fitness freaks out there that I'm very impressed with. They will inspire us, no doubt, to do better. Talking of fitness and freaks. Yep, the Battle of the Bulges. I have not quit. Let's put it that way. I have definitely not quit. But I have definitely not been a good girl. And I know that at least one other person hasn't as well. So Christine, wherever you are, if you're listening to this, I got you back here. But Christine, I am not going to quit, so please don't quit either. It's just like, let's keep doing the best we can and keep track and keep getting back on track if we fall off track. Because we can do this. Just got to overcome that inner child that has lots of excuses why we can't. And that's what it is, right? It's that little voice inside us going, oh no, it's okay to have some Halloween candy. To be fair, I only had Halloween candy I lied. I had that one day, and then Laurie bought me some. She did bring me some. Now that I think about it. She bought me 3 rockets. You call them Smarties in the States. We call them rockets up here. Our Smarties are very different. Anyway, but I haven't had any other than that. And I have not got control of them. I have not got control of them. That's a very important thing. Hear me toot my horn at somebody, even slightly. But that woman, I think, was not only on her cell phone, but also had one hand drinking coffee. The lights changed and she was unaware, so we know she wasn't looking at the road. And then she started to drive, and as she started to drive, she decided she was going to go in the right-hand lane and just turned into it and nearly hit somebody. That's what happens if you're driving and trying to use a cell phone at the same time. Which is why it's illegal, lady. Okay, having had my little rant for the day, I can get back to the fun stuff. Where was I? I have no idea where I was. I think it was the healthy people. Oh, Christine and myself, yes. Okay, the not so healthy people. All right, so the good news is, though, that I am up on my weight. I have not continued to lose weight, and I have put 2 pounds back on. I'm not sure why, because I'm pretty sure Saturday's meal might have done 2 pounds now that I think about it. But that's okay. It is what it is. So I took some fiber tabs this morning, and I'm going to do that for a couple of days as well, just to aid digestion, let's put it that way, and see if that can help. Normally that helps me just get rid of that, what I call that extra weight that I've suddenly put on. And I did start juicing again. And I love it this time of the year when we've got mandarins. I just love the taste of mandarins. So I'm sort of doing, an orange, a banana, and a mandarin. Lots of fruit. As a base for a smoothie. So just tastes so healthy. What is it about orange juice that always makes you feel healthier? I don't know. So we've had a lot of people who understand this inner child issue, and I'm very pleased to say that some people even have started to write to me to let me know that they've in a situation where they overcame the inner child, where the inner child was busy trying to get them to do one thing, and the adult in them overcame it and said, no, we do this today. So, and I was on Vaughan TV this weekend and got into a very, unlike me, because I don't normally do that, got into quite a political discussion, which I have never done on Vaughan. Somebody foolishly asked me my opinion of the American politics. Yeah, you never ask me my opinion of something unless you want the answer. And by the way, if you ask for my opinion and I give you my answer, don't tell me I'm wrong. Just my opinion. And you asked for it, so you're going to get it. But the thing that really drove me scatty was, well, not scary, but I was really quite interested in it. The one viewer was talking about the fact that nobody should be allowed to be president unless they have actually been to war. Now, I'm pretty sure this was a vet that was saying that because of something he said later on. And I really appreciate what the vets have done, so don't get me wrong on this issue. But I said, I understand that you want your commander-in-chief to have gone to war, but tell me why that's so important to you. And he said, because then they'd be less likely to want to go to war. So I said, well, hang on a second. Should Hillary Clinton get back in, do you think she is more likely to take you to war than, for example, Bush was? Because that doesn't make any logic to me, that a mother would be more likely to take the country to war than George Bush. But what I really wanted to get to was, wait a minute, if that is your argument and I accept it and respect it, then I have a couple of questions. And my questions were, should it also not then be true that any president of the United States should also be a financier? Somebody who seriously understands money to make him or her better able to look after the economy? And should they not also have had experience in social welfare to make sure they stay compassionate to the needs of the people? And, I went through a whole list of different portfolios that there are in running a country. I say, but from my experience as a manager, as a corporate leader, and I've been that and run my own company for many years, I said, let me tell you what I believe. And I believe that the CEO's job is not to do all those jobs. It is to have the right people in place to be able to advise them. And the CEO's job, or the president's job, the CEO's job is to then make the best decision they can based on the input they're being given by the experts. And sometimes it's against the advice of the experts because of other factors. And I was saying that, because the same guy, I think it was a guy, I'm not sure, the same guy was saying that, we should always listen to the workers in business. And I said, I've run businesses and I've certainly been in serious management positions, and I've always listened to my staff. But my staff don't get to tell me how to run the company. There's a difference. I can take their input and consider it, but I can't always implement what it is that they're considering. And the reason is because of budget. My staff can come to me and say, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And that's the right thing to do, replace all the equipment, do this, do that, get a new car, they could come up with all sorts of things. But if I don't have the budget to do that, I'm not going to be able to listen to them. I can hear it, but I can't act upon it. And quite often, that is the case, that staff have no understanding of what the cost implications are of certain moves. Nor would you expect them to be, because if they understood all that side of it, they'd be sitting in my chair. I wonder if that makes any sense to anybody. I always used to say that, if you know how to run this company better, you go and start your own. Take that risk, So I think it was really an interesting conversation because it went around in all sorts of different directions. And the nice thing was, I really was very happy that the person that I was in debate with, and Jen, if you're listening to this, you would have loved this because he was a debater. He didn't get nasty. He didn't get rude or obnoxious or anything else. We just exchanged views. And we did so for quite a while, and it was great fun. And it wasn't a case of right or wrong so much as two different sets of opinions. And hopefully for those that were in the room at the time, we got some people going, oh, I hadn't thought of that, on both sides. And if we did, then we did a good job of the debate. So, and that's what I love about debating. If you're really lucky, both sides will go, oh, that's a good point. And it's so rare on social media that you can have a healthy debate, that it doesn't turn out to one person calling the other person an idiot or, well, you don't understand or whatever. And, we just kept asking questions of each other. But the interesting thing is, there's no doubt that everybody thinks that Hillary Clinton's going to be running. Which is interesting. And it's amazing how many people think that they need to take the present Senate and House of Representatives and fire them all and start again. Oh my gosh, there's still some pretty trees around. You know, there are not many left, but there are some pretty trees right there. I love it when we see those. It's going to be one of the last drives, I think, that we have the trees. Go on, Buzzer. I don't know if you can see out that way, but that's always so pretty when we pass there. So it was a great weekend of broadcasting. I'd like to give a shout out to Manon in France and thank her for the great work she's been doing, supporting Jen in getting fit and stuff for her wedding. Again, Manon, 5 o'clock in the morning. I really don't care that you're doing sit-ups. Just like, when are you going to learn? I know, it's my fault. I've got to turn off my phone so I don't get these tweets at 5 o'clock in the morning. Just like, what? It was really funny. Or maybe it was 6. I don't know. It was early. Maybe it's not supposed to start laughing. So, I'm at work, just about. And I just really want to thank you all for being so inspirational. You know, you really do amaze me. And I know it sounds strange probably to you guys, but I really am quite honored that you view the stuff that I put up, that you tell me what's fun about it, you know, how much you laugh. I really never really thought that I'd be running a partial comedy channel here, but I'm delighted that some of you do get to laugh, and because I get a feeling that quite a lot of people need a laugh every day these days. So I'm delighted to be able to be part of that for you. Have a wonderful day. Some of you, if you're sleeping, sleep tight. This is Dear Mama Sal saying bye for now.